Well, I've been sitting here on this dock by the bay, watching my blue skies turn to gray. Didn't know if I should run or stay. So I pulled up Mike's weather page, 'cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Well, I admit that I had one or a few, 'cause I was down and I was feeling blue. But then I clicked on Mike's fan page. I saw all my friends, now I'm okay. 'Cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. We all know Mike's a real fun guy. He'll track the storms as they blow by. But when the drunk donkey comes out to play, Miss Julie, take his phone away. 'Cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Well, there's Louie and Hunter too. No telling what they're gonna do. You know he's got more than 1 million fans. Yeah, 'cause now Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away.
What's up? Good morning, everybody.
We're in Key Largo.
I love it.
We're in the eye of Ada.
Oh, man, that was a good one. Good morning to you. Let me click all my little clickers off here, and we are good. Happy Saturday. Special weekend edition. That kind of rhymes. Weekend edition. All right. So what we got? This is Mike's weather page. Hey, we tried something new on the chat today, or the Facebook page. I put a pinned announcement that we're going to be live. Apparently, not everybody gets notified. Facebook controls all that. We don't. So we're trying to get it in everybody's heads when we go live. So maybe about 3 or 4 hours before we do one of these videos, we'll pin it on a comment, because we went live last night too, about 6 o'clock. There was an earthquake just now in Haiti, David. 7.2 is what the official is right now. So we'll get into all that for sure. What am I hearing? Something's playing here. I hear music. Something's running. I hear Hunter, but I also hear something on my computer. Oh, it's still playing. So we got to turn it off. Man, the production crew is off on Saturdays. What's up, Terry Nolan? Morning. This is Hunter. Louis just made his bed, so I didn't want to disrupt Louis. He looks very comfy right now. I don't want to mess him up. He's actually sleeping. So we're going to talk about all the storms. Yes. So what we do here, we ramble on for about an hour. Hunter gets bored and starts snoring. Nothing's official. We have 1.1 million followers, which is great, and we are growing on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. So we're just a blogging weather crew here that loves to talk about everything. So if you need official information, I have all the links on the website. National Hurricane Center, your go-to site. National Hurricane Center, National Weather Center are your official sources. And why do you snore so much, man? Why? Huh? There's Hunter. All right, we're going to put him down. Man, I was up early this morning. Holy cow. 5 o'clock I started posting. Let me give him a toy. Maybe he won't go to sleep quite yet. All right, so hey, big thanks real quick. ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, big supporters of our Mike's Weather page and all that we do, and they are here in Florida. So hopefully you visit them this weekend, ready to party it up. And this was obviously me at an ABC store. Great stores, great people, family-run company. So please support them. They've been around forever, since the 1930s. So Pensacola, everybody's tuning in from Pensacola. What the heck is going on? Well, we have Fred and Grace. So Grace was formed overnight. Let's go to Zoom Earth and show everything real quick. This is a great site. Hey, one more shout out too, by the way. Apalachicola Bay is in Florida, obviously. They are big supporters of our page up there in the Panhandle area, Big Bend area. John Solomon. So check them out. I got a little link for them. They're big fans of our page, and I just wanted to do a shout out because they're going to get some action from Fred. Not a lot of action, but the east side. But beautiful city. I've driven through there many times, and it's very quaint. I love Florida, by the way. So check them out. Apalachicola Bay, definitely. Here they are, by the way. I wanted to look for a map. Oh, let's see here. We're going to start going. So we're going to talk about Fred first. There we go. Look at that. Panama City. Where the heck is Fred going? All right, so Fred right now is a depression. Literally. This thing is tracked west. Weaker goes west. And we were seeing that. So, oh my God, this was shared on our group page. Feeling cute. That I did not make it. Do not shoot the messenger. Okay, I promise I did not make this. But it's being trending on the internet. All right, so here's Zoom Earth. This is a live look. I love this website. All right, now look. Grace is looking pretty healthy. Hurricane hunters are flying out there now. It's already a tropical storm. Tropical storm warnings are up for the northern Lesser Antilles Islands. We have a lot of fans down there. A lot of fans in the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. They're all under tropical storm warnings right now. Fred is a mess. Big old mess. But still expected to strengthen. And we've got tropical storm warnings still for Key West. Weaker goes west. That's the lesson learned. 10 years ago, we forget the most simplest things in life. Weak systems go west. Morning there, Mike Soul. What's up, Benito? What's up, Brian Elliott? Mike Sailor Sean. What's up, buddy? Stephanie. What's up, Dottie from Pensacola? Bon Air. That's cool, Stephanie Wallace. Henry, we are not going to Pensacola. I just can't believe Fred has been such a disappointment. What's up, Bonnie? Cheers. We are drinking coffee, by the way. How's Whitney doing? Anybody knows he's feeling good? Hey, Stephanie Stokes. Hey, from Italy. You cannot be coming live from Italy. Cape Coral, what's up? Teresa drinking coffee donuts. I gotta go. I'm gonna have to. Hey, Oldsmar with Devin. We've had 4 nights in a row, Devin, of thunderstorms, and we're gonna have 5 tonight, unfortunately. All right, so we're gonna dig into Fred real quick. All right, Fred. All right, so this is the expected position on Fred. 60 mile an hour is the official forecast. The green, obviously, is center track. The cone is anywhere the NHC is saying it can go. Timing is Monday afternoon now. It's slowed down a little bit. What does that mean? It means it has more time to possibly develop. The history of Fred is this. About right here, some of the models had it strengthening and possibly coming up towards South Florida. And basically doing that. And it was the gist. Well, it had this little wobble last night or yesterday, and it went due west for a little bit. Now it's doing that turn. So, about a 50-mile wiggle changes everything. So Fred is back over water. Hurricane hunters are there right now. Check them out on tropicaltidbits.com. There they are. Still struggling to find a true center. There's Key West. Planes out there right now flying around. Actually, hey, are you in Key West? If you're in Key West, go outside right now because the hurricane hunters are like flying right overhead. Literally. Get a picture of it. This is Key West right here. But anyway, they're going in and out, in and out, in and out, and in and out, and in and out. Watches and warnings panhandle later today. Yes, they have already hinted that. 48 hours out is when tropical storm watches get posted. So it's kind of deceiving when you see the map, and you don't see watches or warnings. They're coming. They're just not there yet. So it's deceiving. Yes. Watches and warnings are definitely coming. Unless Fred disappears, but that doesn't look likely. Now look. Oh, God, this is what we talked about. The 8 o'clock fix. Look at this. West has been the trend, right? When I went to bed last night, I fell asleep before 11. But the trend was west, right? Spaghetti models are west. Look at this. Would you look at this? Would you just look at this? So the 8 o'clock track, unfortunately, shifted west big time. Holy camole. So that is their latest center fix at 8 a.m. It was not supposed to be there. It was supposed to be like here. So that is a indicator that at 11 things are probably going to shift again to the west. To the west. To the west. To the west. Which means this part of the cone could be a little bit more in play if we get a shift. Man. So, east side of the system, always the heaviest. Don't focus so much on the line. The east side is always the strongest side. I owe a lot of people. But that's interesting. So we'll get a new track at 11. All right, so let's show you spaghetti models. All right, here's the other thing that happened. Good news for Florida that had plans like us. The heavy rain I deleted a post last night. I rarely delete posts. But when about 7, 8 o'clock last night, this graphic put out by the Hurricane Center was showing 10 to 15 inches of rain, and it was off the charts. As a matter of fact, I think I did it on my mobile phone. So that means I still have it. Let me see here. And when I woke up this morning, it was gone. Or the rain definitely was not that. So I deleted it right away. So look at the difference. So this was 7 o'clock last night. So the shift west was huge. The big rains now are not expected across portions. Now, I just posted the HRRR. It is going to rain. It is raining. It's going to rain. And I see more people talking about beer. I like your priorities, Leslie. Monique, how you doing? Good to see you. Top fan. Pensacola. In the house. Mobile should be watching. ABC sells chocolate flavored Appalachia Cola. Hey, Appalachia Cola. It tastes like chicken. I don't know about that, Nitro Burt. Remember, I ramble on. Listen, don't get frustrated. If this isn't your thing, hit the exit button. You don't have to announce it. We're not an airport. So what this does is this. So here's our system. Obviously, over here now. We're not going to have those concentrated storms to pull everything in. So what we're having now is basically normal time afternoon stuff that's going to be building out ahead of technically Fred. So we're going to see squall lines kind of any place, anywhere today, unfortunately. The rain coverage is not there, though. So these showers, hopefully, are going to be quick sunshine. Quick sunshine. We talk about it all the time, and that's my favorite, most super duper memory of the tropics is clouds, sunshine. Clouds, sunshine. And that's kind of what we're going to be looking at. This is today. And obviously, wherever it decides to make landfall, there's going to be a lot of rain. We know that. So here's your latest spaghetti models. These just came out. Tropical. Let's just show taco tidbits. Tropical tidbits. These just came out. And looky there. So that's the latest. Inching towards Mobile and Pensacola. This sucker's got to get organized, though, because it's terrible. The NHC is determined. It's still low pressure. Low pressure's in the Gulf with light shear. The one thing stopping it from becoming a monster, a lot of people ask me this, is it's only going to have 2 days, basically. Not even 2 days. And it doesn't even have a closed circulation right now. Michael, 3 days out, had a closed circulation, spinach. Totally different setup. This one is gonna not. The biggest factor that this is not going to blow up in anything too big is it's just so disorganized right now. And there is a little bit of wind shear expected from the southwest. They don't know if it's going to be really bad in this window right here. So I'm going to show you some models. Back to my favorite H-Wharf. Where did the H-Wharf go wrong? And I think we talked a lot about this last year. The H-Wharf is not a very good tracking site as far as direction. It's in my opinion, it's a very good intensity. It's showing you the upper end possibilities. The H-Wharf expected it to do this and not have any land. That's why the H-Wharf was showing, strong tropical storm, low end hurricane. It didn't take into account land. Well, now it doesn't have to even worry about any land interaction. So the H-Wharf is now back to being the aggressive one again. So we'll show you that. But these are the latest 12Z models on Tropical Tidbits. Still officially 60 mile an hour expected. They don't know where the heck it is. Here's the latest surface chart. They don't know where it's at. It's terrible looking. It's even hard to find on any wind maps. Just terrible. Very broadish low. Just nothing. But hey, 60 mile an hour is the official forecast, so that's what we're going to talk about. Spaghetti models we just showed. Here's the satellite of weather nerds. Looks, I didn't want to say pathetic, but the only thing it's got going for it is this. I mean, you can see the flow in, out. I mean, we're seeing that broader rotation. There's not a lot of shear, which let's see what we got. Not available. That's not good. I think it means all their sites are down. No, this one's good. So it's got light shear. This is, you can see that by looking at the satellite. So it's sitting under light shear right now. These are things that the National Hurricane Center is looking at. A lot of moisture in the air. Very, very. So it's got light shear, a lot of moisture in the air, and it's got a lowering pressures in convection. So convection breeds low convection. No, low. Convections breed lowering pressures. So when you have convection, but that's light shear. These are upper level winds they don't really affect too much. But there's your lower level shear, mid level shear, and it's got favorable conditions there. Obviously the water's hot, we know that, but it doesn't have spinach, so that's a good thing. It's going to take time to develop. It doesn't look too bad there. 500 is well displaced. 500 is all that convection to the south. But let's start switching over to Grace, and then we'll wiggle back to Fred. Just like Fred in his car, right? Right? Remember Fred's car? How was Fred's car propelled? With his feet, right? So that's probably why he's over Cuba. You can't get any traction over the water, so he's pedaling over Cuba right now. But Oh, we're going to show models real quick. All right, let's look at the models. Let's look at models in 2 minutes. I feel like that Chuck dude on the dating game, like 2 and 2. Here's the estimated radar, by the way. I had this posted on the Facebook page, too. We can look at that real quick. Right here. Oh, I don't think I can make it any bigger, though. Anyway. All right, enough about that. So let's talk about Grace real quick, and then we'll go back and forth. Here's Florida radar real quick. Let's look at that. You can see these rains starting to come in southeast. And Shelley's got rain right now. Jacksonville's got rain. All this flow here is coming up, and it'll be increasing that throughout the day. Bucks game is going to be a big question mark, unfortunately. All right, so Grace. Here's Grace. Grace, let me take some coffee now. We'll leave that up. Grace. Sandra, they probably have a lot bigger budget too. Craig, yep, the environment's moist. So Grace is following almost the exact same path as Elsa. Well, not 100% with Elsa, but you get the idea. But definitely the same path as Fred. Very freaky. Yeah, there shouldn't be any flight cancellations in Key West. There could be delays because of an isolated shower or storm, but I don't see any reason they'd have delays. So yeah, Invest 95 is now, well, Invest 95 was PT7, now it's Grace. So here's Grace. So here's the latest. The good news is, other than the fact that we got tropical storm warnings up, is it's not expected to be a hurricane as of now. I hope this isn't one of them cases where they start out a little too conservative, but as of now, they're expecting some shear and land interaction. Hispaniola again, but we've seen storms not be affected. It all depends on how organized it is up to this point. Fred never was organized up to that point. Fred was always a misaligned mess. But as far as our friends in Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, we got tropical storm warnings, coming soon to you this tonight, and into Puerto Rico tomorrow. Officially, it's not supposed to get faster than 50 mile an hour, which is kind of hard to imagine, right? In my opinion, this is, to me, very conservative. Very, with a big V, very conservative. And why is that? Well, because the water's hot and it's got good spinach. Let's take a look at it up close here, weather nerds. It's definitely got the look. It's looking a lot better than anything we've seen in a long time. I don't know if we've had anything look good this season. But there you go. Let's take a look at that. That's a big blob. That's got a lot of rising cloud tops. White and purples are cold, high cloud tops. White dots are lightning. So yeah, it's got the shot. So we gotta watch it. It's moving fast. Florida is in the cone for next Tuesday. Today is Saturday. Yeah, Eric. Yeah, I heard about the earthquake, man. I haven't really heard of any effects. Hey, Linda. Look what I got, Linda. I got your crayons. Josh, hey, if you were right, you the man. Good thing is I don't really get into. I'm right 50% of the time. So here you go. Here's Grace. Looking pretty good. Hurricane hunters are maybe in there. I don't know. They're heading out. They're heading out there. I don't know if they're there yet or not. But that one definitely looks a little more something to watch. Let me show you some models. See, oh man, that's pretty. Look at that. I added some stuff to the site too, by the way. So back to Fred. We added some really important links. Microwave imagery. People like this site. This shows you the core, which is going to be nothing. I'll add it for Grace. I think I added it. And did I not add it? You can see a little bit of microwave imagery. I don't know. We do have Grace. Let's see. We don't have 24 hours of Grace yet, so it might not be. There's Grace. Wow. See, it's got a little bit more microwave core developing here. This is what a lot of big timers use. And then I got the Dvorak numbers now that people like to use. That link's on there. I also got a new link here called the Coastal Inundation Dashboard, which is a NOAA site. It's really cool because it'll let you look at actual more detailed impact areas possibly. So that's a new site. Another new site I added was tide information if you want to know when your high tides are at. And it's a really good site that's so easy to use. So that's new. All this stuff. So the way I do my site, if you're new, I try to keep all tropics here. All the links there. So if you scroll down, obviously everything here is pertinent to Fred and Grace. I also added this MJO graphic. Finally! What the hell's not even linking? Oh, I freaking mess up the hyperlink. Well, it's almost there. And I got a link MJO defined. What the heck's going on? Why is my link not working? My page screwed up? Hang on a second. That's weird. What about other links? Oh, that one's working. So it's got to. I did it so fast. That's what happens when you wake up at 5 in the morning and start working. It doesn't. So anyway, this will be working when I'm done. This is the MJO, and I got a really good graphic. Everybody always asks what the MJO is. So, all right. So let's go back. Let's go check out some spaghetti models on Grace, and then we're gonna look at individual models. So these just came out too. This is fresh data from the Tropical Tidbits. Little story, Tropical Tidbits, real quick. Levi was on Weather Underground. He was a great blogger and started developing these graphics before anybody else. So that's why I love using them and support his page. He supports us too, so that's why I use it all the time. It's not like I can use it. I got a bazillion tools, but I like to promote and use Levi's stuff. So. Anyway, so there we go. Hey, what's up, Yohel? You got a big rum party tonight. Same as I got a respiratory therapist program on Monday. Man, I'm glad those days. I went to college. I don't think I could do any more studying. I read a great article from a hurricane hunter yesterday. I need to share it. It was all about wind barbs and data, and it was very interesting. So anyway, so here's the deal. Look at that. They're trending up a little bit. This is what I was going to talk about here in a second. Since this all began, we were showing more of a northerly component. I was a little surprised the NHC was so far south of that. They're the boss, not me. But spaghetti models, at least, trending a little bit more above the islands. So that was, this is not anything different. This is consistent. 12Z models. So here's the deal too. All right, so here's day 5. NHC says 45 miles an hour. Obviously I got to tell you, if it keeps on going in the Gulf, big question marks, obviously. So this thing could be watched more toward the end of next week as this thing starts to pass through Florida, so it's got that look. Remember the big bad GFS told everybody to forget about it? Well, it's not showing it anymore. Remember, it showed a Cat 5 out here somewhere. Cat 8, Cat 9 or something, I don't know. But that's the latest. Grace. So, timing is quick. So, I know we got a lot of fans across the islands, but if you're in South Florida, I'd be watching close because timing would be putting this almost Tuesday night. This week coming up, not next week. This week. So, 10 o'clock. I don't even know what time I'm supposed to get the kids up. They're still sleeping. I think we got to go to the softball field. I don't know. All right, so there's that. All right, let's look at the individual models. This is going to be interesting. All right, so let's look at. Let's just go right into it. So the cool thing is here. Let's go back to. So all these models we're going to look at. I want to go first to the HWRF for Fred. The HWRF always spells out the worst case scenario. It's on the higher end. But this is what common sense kind of tells you. 1008. This is tomorrow morning. 1001, noontime. Monday afternoon, 995. You can see where I'm getting at. This a little bit of development before possible 991. Now this could be technically Cat 1 if you go by the old pressure readings. Could be 995-ish is the old scale, Saffir-Simpson scale. So H-Wharf is saying possibility. NHC saying 60. H-Wharf maybe a little more. Just putting it out there. But the landfall position's close. Still looking at Monday afternoon landfall. But remember, even though we'll have it out here, this is Monday 7 a.m. Start to get bands in late Sunday night into Monday morning. So don't focus on the eye. The outer effects begin way earlier. And again, we talked about it, man. It's going to be probably a school day for a lot of kids on Monday. The HMON sometimes is decent, but it's kind of showing the same idea. 995, 993. So, two models kind of showing the same thing. Little ramp up there at the last second. We can look at the radar on HMON, which is kind of neat. Shows you the big bands start daybreak, early morning hours, Monday, and really get stretched into the Big Bend area Monday. A little bit of shear, all this stuff here on the east side. Now the H-Wharf showing the same thing. Here's Monday morning, 7 a.m. There's those big bands setting up. Classic, right? So there's two on, and then we got the GFS has a specific run, and it's a little less resolution, but it's 1005. So there's a 10 millibar difference. Middle of the road, upper of the road, tropical storm, low end, cane. The CMC is showing about the same as GFS, 1005. So things are pretty close, but you get the idea on the timing on that one. Let's look at the real quick on Grace, and then the other model I can show you has both. It's BOGOs. We can, in fact, let me slow down here and see what it is. School's canceled already, Panama City. Hey Jaden, they'll have a new cone at 11, and they'll have a new cone at 5. And the Hurricane Hunters are out there now. So 11, it's gonna be really sketchy until this thing decides to get over the Gulf. It's got to get over the Gulf if it's going to start getting organized. So earthquake, Debbie, I don't think they have any effect on storms. Jim Parker, when are we going camping, buddy? Teresa, well, tidbit is the 4 of the U.S. landfalling Category 5 storms. 4 of them, all four Cat 5s. All 4 were only a tropical storm 3 days before. But they also had, everything else was perfect scenario. They had the perfect storm environment to make that happen. And this one's such a disorganized mess right now that it would how do I find you on TikTok? Just look on Mike's weather page. It's very disappointing. I did do one with the dogs yesterday, though. Look at this one. I don't know if I should show you the beer one or not, but here's the dogs. This is pretty cute. Look. So remember my story? Let me back it up here.
Louis isn't scared of thunder.
I don't see any yet.
So when we first got Hunter, he was so afraid.
On the lightning.
Now here comes one.
I don't see any thunder lightning yet, do you?
We get. Watch. I'm trying to I was trying to get him to sit there during a big thunderstorm. Louis like. Hunter moved a little bit.
Hey. Louis a man.
Louis didn't even move, so that was pretty funny. So, but yeah, I post some crazy stuff on there. And don't forget, you can find us on YouTube. Everybody says they can never find the video. Well, it's playing live on. Here comes one. It's live on our site right now. You can watch it on YouTube live. You can watch it live on the app. You can watch it live on Facebook. Kills me. I feel bad when people can't find it. All right, so we're going to look at these hurricane-specific models for Grace. Oof, and then we'll look at all the main players after that. But look at the latest H-Wharf. Holy moly! This is Monday night, riding north of Puerto Rico. Massive blow up here. There's the islands tomorrow morning. So man, just keep an eye on Grace, would you? I know we got a lot of fans down in the islands and a lot of folks watching in the Virgin Islands. You could possibly be. Well, I'm going to look at all the models before I say that, but I could see them putting up a hurricane watch at 11. Got it? Just be prepared. I mean, I haven't looked at one yet, but that's pretty strong. So the H-Wharf is showing the worst case as far as development I was talking about. If this thing stays north of the islands, it's going to have very favorable conditions. So this is Bahamas Wednesday morning, already 973. So just watch it. It's predicting a northern component with less land, and that obviously would be something to definitely watch. So that's the worst case scenario, but definitely believable. Trekking along. All right, so the latest HMON is showing probably the opposite. It's not even really doing anything with it. That's good news. That's what the HMON does. But all right, so now let's look at all the models. We're not going to worry about the H-Wharf quite yet, but looking at it in real time, I mean, it definitely. Whoops, that's the wrong storm. Right here. Definitely want to keep an eye on it. That's why the hurricane hunters are out there right now. I mean, that's live look. So, whoa, yeah. The NHC is definitely banking on a lot of land interaction. Otherwise, they're going to have to raise their intensity or put up hurricane watches quick for the islands. All right, so here we go. This is a great map here. We'll zoom in. It's almost Mountain Dew time. Have we lost anybody today for Shelly yet? I don't know. You know, it was when we were at 5,000 people. Hey, what's up, Howard? From Inside Joke. Half a mil. Aren't you usually on YouTube? Or maybe that's somebody else. Good morning. Stephanie's drinking Dew too. Did you see they got I didn't get any Celsius. Yeah, Leslie. I should have texted Julie. The Dew's got a seltzer coming out. Band 3 already? So we hit 1,100,000, right? So I know we're going to have some haters, and that's fine with me. You know, I talked to Shelly, I talked to Phil, I talked to my mom and dad, I talked to Julie about it, and it still bothers me. I hate it. I feel so bad. But Facebook encourages banning people. They're like, you need to keep your community happy. So, I don't even want to get involved with drama and politics and crap. My job is to provide data and little entertainment and share all these awesome sites. Hurricane Center links us on their National Weather Service site as a great provider of information. And that's the number one goal. So hopefully you enjoy it. All right, so let's see what everything's going now. This is Saturday morning today, and we'll see what the models are showing. Here's Sunday morning tomorrow. All right, GFS keeping a little weak, 10-10. There's our guy off of Florida West Coast, 10-10. Sunday night, making that trek north. Here's Puerto Rico tomorrow. So definitely Puerto Rico, no matter what, it's coming quick. remember, data is fed into computer models. The hurricane hunters are going to be getting data that's going to be entered into the models for Grace, and models don't have eyeballs. They can't see what we see, and if Grace is, looking like it's intensifying, it is indeed intensifying. The hurricane hunters provide that data with a lot more data that gets fed to the models. So, until we get some true data entered into these models, these intensities on Grace could be wrong. The reason Fred was a different animal because Fred had land interaction and it never really got going, and it had a lot of land, mountains, dry air, intrusion from the south side, and it was a different story. We knew it wasn't going to intensify over land. This one's a different story. Grace is. So today is a very important day to see what happens with Grace. But this is tomorrow morning, or tomorrow night. I just said yabba-doo-ba-doo. Fred and Ginger would be great. I kind of like Pebbles. All this now, I got a redhead. Think about it. Pebbles had red hair. Ginger had red hair. All right, here's tomorrow. This is Monday morning. 1001 starting to intensify a little bit. 1005. Here's Tuesday morning. Now look. Tuesday, not technically morning. This is like Monday night. So we know Fred's got the possibility anywhere from a low end Cat 1 to mild to upper tropical storm. That's a good little range. We know it's trending kind of the tip of Florida there, but watching Grace, was that a TV show? GFS has got it developing now a little bit north of Hispaniola, kind of like the H-Wharf. Now we go Tuesday, Wednesday. There's Wednesday morning. Keeping off the island. Here is Thursday, 998. It's getting there. This is Thursday morning. You'll start to feel the effects Wednesday night. Florida, Thursday morning. And 997. Crosses Florida. 985, 983, Tampa Bay. This is next weekend. Then a little turn, front coming down. So that's newsworthy. That's less than a week away. So I used to get yelled at for sharing models that were 10 days out, and this is only 7 days out. All right, last night's 00Z didn't do much. See, that's why I love models. You can't get too worked up yet. There's the 00Z. The 00Z GFS is doing what the NHC is thinking. Lots of land interaction. So what I'm saying is, if this thing bops a little north, a little stronger system, it's going to go a little more north. It's going to ride to high pressure a little closer. Going to have less chance to do land interaction. I guess we could look at the 18Z. But the data now is getting a lot better, so we're kind of keeping it fresh. But there you go, latest GFS, a little more stronger. All right, latest Euro. Now that was 12Z. Ooh, we might have a yabba dabba doo. We might have a 6Z run here. Let's see. Pop. Alexa, good morning. She just woke up. Alexa, good morning. She's not even talking to me. Alexa, are you mad?
I can never be mad at you. I will always respond when you call my name.
Oh, perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. I thought the 6, they don't have the tropical maps on 6Z yet. I only have, but we can kind of look at it. I guess maybe it only goes out 90 hours. So only goes out to it only goes out to Tuesday. All right, so we're going back to Levi's side. All right, here's the overnight Euro, and there's Fred 1005, 1006, tip of Florida. Here's little land interaction for Grace, and it doesn't do anything with it. That's been the trend with the Euro. the flow has always been this with all the models. So that question mark is going to be what it does right here. But the good news is the Euro isn't showing much. The Canadian model, let's take a look. Ooh, it's showing a lot more than that. Let's see. Canadian, here we go. This is Wednesday, Tuesday night. So you can see very, very clear point is if this thing stays north, then it's going to have a better chance to intensify. Here's midweek Wednesday, 1,000 millibars Wednesday by the Keys, and then keeps it more into the Gulf Saturday. So what's this telling us? Well, we got a weakness coming, right? We know it's going to eventually get pulled up and turn. The GFS is slowing down a little bit, doing it here. The Canadians are doing it here. So we see consistency with those two models, the Canadian and the GFS. So these are just important things to look at. You know, I did read a discussion in NHC, not sure on the strength of the high, on how far north it's going to be able to go. But they're going to take into account, I'm sure, that now the latest icon is this. It's about the same for Fred. And there's Grace pulling a little farther north. And that little window of opportunity here to strengthen. The 1011 isn't too bad. I always think the icon does pretty good, though, with track. So there's that. This is next Wednesday. So got a legitimate shot, you know, South Florida, middle week. We're going to be watching this thing. You know, listen to the official forecast, though. Right now, they're pretty confident this is not going to strengthen. But 10, we'll get a new discussion out at 11. We'll see if they start hinting their little more chances of something else. It seems that they're being very conservative, in my opinion. Did I do the big C? Oh, I did the big V. Very conservative. Remember that show V? I'll never forget the green baby that was born coming out of that lady. The green monster. And we're not talking about Fenway. Alright, so that's it. Well, we did a lot, man. We did good. Did good. Don't forget all of our good people here, all our great supporters, and I just set off thousands of Alexis. Did yours respond? Because mine was a little pouty. She didn't say much. I asked her if she was mad. She said she's never gonna be mad. She said, Alexa, I love you.
I'm flattered. Thank you.
She's flattered. Lawrence, there really hasn't been a good model this year. I wish I knew the answer to that. We are going to see another west track change, though, at 11. So all of our fans in Louisiana, you guys are probably going to be maybe in the cone, and big system or not, who would have thought? Good thing I don't have to wear my Florida West Coast skirt. Jason's Alexis is one off. That's great. Man, I hope we get to play. So we're supposed to play softball today. I don't know. So remember I showed you the rain maps for less. That's great. All the heavy stuff staying offshore. We're still going to get rain bands, though, today. Let me leave this up here. So the pattern the last 4 days. Oh, what the heck there? Google. Well, how I went to that thing. Or frozen. Frozen. I clicked the Google ad. Now it's on a Google ad thing. Now it's not even working. My Chrome. Oh, no, that was it. Don't ever click. I don't even know where that came from. Oh, rain map. So there is what we got. So the last 2 days or 3 days now, we've had tremendous storm coverage here, all ahead of the advancing Fred, and that's our pattern. Bermuda high, the wind flow. You can see it really well on windy. Oh, you know, I downloaded a new Google. Anybody notice Google's got profile pages now? Shelly, what's up with that? So now I got a Google profile. When I log out of Chrome, I have to pick my profile page. So I have a new page that I haven't activated, and it keeps asking me, "Do you want to activate this page?" And I'm like, I don't want a new Google profile. Look at this. You can almost see the low level. This is the Euro. The Euro is kind of predicting where our low pressure is. But the overall steering wind flow is this. Look at this. See that? So that's why we get these thunderstorms regardless, afternoon thunderstorms. So what we're going to see today, unfortunately, is a combination of increased afternoon thunderstorms out ahead of Fred. And that's because we have a lot of moisture in the air. Lots of precipitable water in the air. Very, very moist. The sky is very moist. And look, even Bay News 9 agrees with me. Very moist. I didn't make that word up. Look, very moist. A lot of moisture in the air. So looking at radar, we're going to start to see these storms developing, unfortunately, earlier today. But they won't last long. If you look at the rain charts, let's look at some latest rain total maps for the day. There's a few of them we can look at. I think they update hourly. No. But anyway, this is your rainfall map for today. It just got run to 12Z, so it's pretty fresh. So this is your rainfall predictor for through Sunday morning. So like I said, man, you know, there's a chance the Bucks will play. You might have a shower, but as far as accumulation goes, not heavy. Now down south, holy cow, for sure. That makes sense, right? Look at that. This is the expected rain the next 24 hours up till Sunday morning. So we get several inches down south for sure. With that, tomorrow, let's take a look at tomorrow. Sunday. All right, here's tomorrow. And tomorrow, if tomorrow never comes. All right, here's tomorrow. This is later in the day, obviously, when the storm's approaching, but this is what they're talking about tomorrow. Obviously, coastal action is going to be increased. Less for the east coast northward as our storm begins to brew. Still rain down south. Slower mover. So this is rainfall from Sunday morning to Monday morning. And this just got updated just now. So it's kind of fresh. And there's your rainfall for Monday morning to Tuesday morning. There's your heavy concentration of rains. Obviously where landfall's at. So it's coming, especially, you know, east of center. This thing takes a path like that. All the heavy rains will be blowing in on the east side. Squalls out on the water. Look, we still got a juice down in there Monday, so it's going to be a wet few days. You better clean those gutters. I can look at the GOES 16 satellite ridge. Which one's that, buddy? I got this 15. What's the GOES 16? Or maybe it is a 16. Hell, I don't know. What are we looking at? I do have a floater on Fred. I also have a floater on, there's your GOES floater on Grace. And there she is. Popping away, man. Look at that convection. Firing it up. Looking bubbly. Cottondale. Where the heck's Cottondale, Florida? I think I know. Is that the Panhandle? Cottondale, Florida. Living on high cotton, Alabama. Cottondale. Oh, you're going to get a lot of rain. Rains tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow's a Sunday. So, yeah, Rains start coming tomorrow. Definitely into Monday. Sandy Hoff, what's up? Yeah, Deborah, I've been catching winds of that earthquake. I don't have any real information to give anybody. I got a hurricane map, obviously. I keep saying hurricane. Earthquake map right here. We can pull it up. 7.2 right here. This is what just happened. 7.2. Earthquake. So Haiti with an earthquake. There's Dominican Republic. This is this morning, about an hour ago. We got Twitter's got tsunami. I follow this tsunami, and I think that's what Levi works for. One of these agencies. But tsunami not expected. At least an hour ago. So as far as tsunami goes, from National Weather Service tsunami alert says no tsunami not expected. So, but that's still pretty big. 7.2. Hopefully there's no damage. I don't know. But Fred didn't take his vitamins. I know. I used to eat the Fred's Flintstone vitamins, to tell you the truth. I just remember now. There you go, Peggy. You know where Cottondale's at. Let's go back to the map. Did I keep it up? I don't think I did. I don't even know where it's at. I opened up something. So my story on Michael was, obviously we tracked Michael forever, and I was on my way to Talladega, and it was behind us, and I'll never forget coverage of Michael all the way up to landfall. When I got to Talladega, I fell asleep for like 12 hours, and I didn't have Sandy. I didn't have Shelly. I didn't have Sheila back then. Man, I got hit hard, man. I was like, because the coverage stopped. Like I wasn't into the post-storm coverage, and I still kind of feel like it's leading up to storms is what I do best. But I did feel bad. I wasn't able to physically do post-storm, and it was terrible, obviously. Well, when we came home from Talladega, we drove back roads, and the cotton everywhere, like way. Like I think I'm talking like up in Alabama still, like. Well, that's where we were. I'm on the wrong state here. About like this. What am I doing? We drive like that. That's how we came up like that. But the cotton everywhere from Michael, and the pecan trees were terrible. Hey, Rio, thank you. Everybody talked about the damage along the coast, which was bad, obviously. That's terrible. But man, Category 3 winds all the way into Alabama and Georgia. I think we drove through Albany, actually, and it was bad. Look how far Albany is. I remember driving through Albany. So coming home, my cotton story was just the back roads. I could not believe. I think it's 441 that we take. Is that right? 441? But there was cotton everywhere and pecan trees everywhere down, and it was bad. And it looked like it snowed from cotton, Rachel. Yes. It was crazy. And, like I said, we drove through Albany, and it was terrible. Like, I was pulling my motorhome, so we couldn't really do anything other than just look at the outside looking in, but it was bad. Tampa looking next week. Well, Tampa, Stella, want me to show you worst case scenario? Hey, what's up, Eric? Haven't seen you, buddy. Eric, how about the Rays again, man? Did, I get his name messed up. Eric, did Wonko Franco, I don't know his damn name. Did he keep his hit streak or on-base percentage alive? That's all I want to know. I don't know. Donna, we talked a lot about Grace, and there's a lot of questions to be answered. Worst case on Grace for Tampa. The latest GFS. If you want the worst case, the latest GFS did it for you. Coming towards South Florida Thursday, curving up into Tampa Bay next weekend. So, one model out of 15.8 million. Don't worry about it. but we're starting to see consistency with this continuing motion. This is the CMC, and of course it went to Louisiana, right? But the good news is, like I said, the NHC is not saying this yet. The big word is yet. Yet. Oh, Mark, I like the old Rays. You mean you like the old gray? I like the. What's my favorite one? I don't even know. I guess the old Devil Ray was pretty cool. Darla, what's up? Cottondale. Hey, thank you, Jimmy Boston. I appreciate it. Talladega's a good time. Oh my God, I could pull up some YouTube videos on Talladega. I wonder if I got the one on there. I don't know. We should. Oh, it's public. I mean, hell, it ain't like I'm not like I'm hiding anything. You can find it. I did one year. Talladega was on my birthday, and I can never. There I am. And I guess I got a little drunk and danced around a bunch of Alabama state troopers. They were looking at me like I was crazy. Look at little Sarah. Look how little she was. I love looking back at old stuff. All right, there's Sarah. Look, Sarah. Look here, Sarah. Look, Sarah. There she is. That's so long ago. Let's see if I got any Talladega videos here. Since we have a lot of folks that watch Talladega. I watched Earnhardt's win the other day. So Julie and I went there. We were in 2001. We were at Talladega. And when he won. We were in the grandstands. In the whole episode, I was watching Earnhardt. Or 5 laps ago. Or the whole time. So 5 laps ago, I'm like watching Earnhardt, and the whole crowd, everybody's looking this way, I'm looking this way, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, he's coming. And that's where he came from, like 18th to 1st or whatever in the last lap. Or 4 laps. I'm afraid to click on any of these. I don't know what I'm going to see. There's one video that I'm glad is not on there, I guess. Here's my buddy Donnie. I got all kinds of videos with the kids. Can't play a lot of them. They got music. There's Dennis. Look at this. 9 years ago today. Look at this. This was in 2011. Technically.
From either Europe or Asia.
That's my buddy Dennis. So Dennis, we were streaming on. He was streaming on live stream back then. This was before Facebook Live.
I also got an email from this site right here.
Look.
And this is a local guy. I believe he was an Ultimar. This is, I guess, this would be Mike, I'm assuming.
He didn't even know me.
And
that's my page, 2011.
Yeah, has a page that would check volume, and he gets, well, names.
Look at that. 2011.
You know, we're in territory here I'm not real familiar with, right, with commercial television.
So that was pretty cool. So me and Dennis go way back. Heck yeah, I give you a shout out, Mark Anthony. Shout out to all the police officers, first responders. Huge fans of the page. Love you guys and girls. And if you see a white Storm Chaser truck or a green Dodge Charger breaking the law, just know I got your backs. Heck yeah, man. Phil's wife just completed Pinellas County Sheriff. She's proud of her. So I'm a little intimidated now. Oh, heck yeah, Stephanie. What else we got? All right, we're about done. Anything else we can talk about? Brandon City was there in 2017. Yeah, so the infield's a hoot. I probably shouldn't play any of that stuff. I don't know what you're going to see. Sometimes there's girls without clothes on. We don't want to get kicked off the internet. Mark Hall, I love Ricky Rudd. Oh, man, remember that? Ricky Rudd was tough, man. I wasn't really a big Kyle fan, but... Renee, the only thing Fred could... I mean, we're seeing it with the H-Wharf. It could be sneaky the last day. I keep showing that H-Wharf because, you know, we know any system with tight circulation 24 hours before landfall can definitely strengthen. So keeping an eye on that H-Wharf. Keeping an eye on the 11 o'clock advisory from the NHC. They start teasing wordage on both storms, then we know that there's a chance that this thing could be a little stronger as it nears the coast. Big question is going to be how far west do we see a track. This thing doesn't start developing a center soon. I don't know. I mean, this is terrible. This is terrible. Terrible looking. I'm just trying to give everybody official forecast stuff, and it's just like just guessing at this point, I guess. But they're pretty confident. Grace is the one I'm really curious about. So remember I showed you the European model. So this is off of Weather Nerds. So the European model was showing it die basically over the islands, but if you look at the ensemble mean of the European model, we're starting to see a handful of strong ones now, obviously, to the north. And, a track like that, obviously, you're going to have a stronger system. So the Euro, some of the ensembles are showing that possibility now. GFS ensembles are a little bit everywhere, but it's been terrible this year. I like the pattern of all the models here as far as consistency goes. We got a pretty tight spread, but the question mark again is the majority of them are now starting to hug a little bit farther north of Hispaniola, which would allow more intensification, which would allow a stronger system possibly down the road. And then what does it do here in the Gulf? If it keeps on trucking, don't have to tell you what that means. All right. Let's see what my other cool looking site is. The NOAA site. I love this one. It took me a while to refigure it out again, but I got it. I got it figured out now. So let's look at all the models. Let's see what we got here. So let's look at our UK. Not really showing much. Canadian. Well, this the whole point of this. I'm just going to click them all just to confuse the hell out of everybody, including me. GFS. This is why you shouldn't take anything too serious this far out, except the fact that we do have a decent looking system right now that's very curious what the hurricane hunters are going to find. It's just hard to look at this right now because it's showing Fred. I can't isolate it on this site. So we're basically looking right here, as far as the bulk of the spaghetti for next week. Okay, it's been an hour, Shelly. So back to what our theory is this. All right. So I did a pinned post earlier. Now, the number one complaint we get is that people don't know that we're live, even though we've been at 9:19 now, 3 days a week since November 30th, all the way to May 1st. May 1st, we've been every day, 5 days a week since May 1st. 5 days a week. Unless I'm at campground. So, and it says it right there. But now what we're going to do is put a pin post up. So at least you see it. And hopefully it's a reminder, mainly. And we'll probably be live tonight. So I'll adjust this when we decide when's a good time to go live. Because the nighttime ones vary. So as soon as I know, I'll post it right there when we'll be live. And hopefully that helps. So I appreciate everybody's patience on that. Hurricane Hunters, Ron, the easiest thing to do is just, I got a link right here on the bottom of Fred. Or you can go to Tropical Tidbit, same thing. So here's, they finished. They gave up on that run. They're like, screw it. They're going drinking. Grace hasn't took off yet. Fred, what are you going to do, man? Fred is terrible. Here's circulation, though. You see it. I mean, there is convection. there is slight signs of some storms rotating inward a little bit. So, this is all flat land over Cuba now. So these storms are now starting to be able to make their way across into possible center. We'll see what the Hurricane Hunters or the National Hurricane Center says at 11. So, cool. All right. Well, you have a great Saturday. Darla said we just had an earthquake in Alaska too. Holy cow! What's going on? Let's take a look. This shows it or not? I don't know. Yep, 6.9. 8.1 yesterday in South Georgia, not Georgia, our Georgia. But so we did have one 6.9 in Sandpoint, Alaska. And of course, I have that link on the site. I have every link on the site. And if there's a link on the site that we don't have, what was that? Tell me. And I'll add it. And one day, you can say I clicked on every link. Because there's a lot of links. But they're fun. Fun to look at. All right. See you tonight. Yeah, I don't know what time. I like to do it sober. So, we'll see when that is. And we're going to try to make those shorter and less production. Grace is looking very healthy, Jason Williams. Yes. I suspect two things from 11. Fred is disorganized, and the cone's going to tick west. With the wording of possible strengthening still the last day on approach to the Panhandle. Or now, I don't even want to say Panhandle. It could be even farther west. Grace, they're going to talk about the structure. Grace looks pretty good, and some of the models might be hinting less land interaction, and therefore they're going to have to either adjust intensity numbers or at least put that out there. That possibility is now brewing for next week. So we got a lot to watch with Grace. I'm telling you, Grace is getting implants. What does that mean? So, hey Corey, what's up, brother? We will see. Yep. Heck, man, I might drive up to Monday. I don't know. Monday could be a sneaky little night. If it's 985, like the H Wharf, you want to? All right. Worst case scenario on the Grace or Fred, we can look at it multiple spots. Let's look at the H Wharf. So the worst case scenario on Fred would of course be the H Wharf, and it's showing that, which would be 990-ish, 986 on approach. So, that's the worst case. Winds would be 67 knots, so that would be obviously, strong. Not crazy strong, but, hurricane possible. So that's the worst case on Fred so far. And that would start bringing, conditions downhill overnight Sunday into Monday morning. This is Monday morning. And they still have Facebook notifications turned on. Drives me crazy. I can't turn them off. So I have to turn my volume down. And then the worst case scenario on Grace is a skirt north of Puerto Rico, missing Hispaniola. And possibly this would be Thursday morning. So we'll see what the NHC says. Right now, they're not saying that. The NHC is stuck at 50 miles an hour. So, all right. Tornado threat has been reduced, Mark, the SBC today mentioning that. They still keeping it green marginal, but they did mention earlier that if the track continues to go west, tornado potential will shrink. So we have tornado shrinkage. Kara, just normal afternoonish feel of tropical style rain bands. They're going to be coming a little sooner than I thought. They're going to be popping in early afternoon today, and possibly a couple rounds, but they won't be all day affairs. So they're not complete rainouts by any means. So there you go. All right. I got to run to Dunkin' Donuts, get kids some breakfast. I got to wake Emily up because I think we're supposed to be at the softball field soon. So wish us luck. We need good weather bad. We got to play one game today. It's been 3 weeks. Tornado swinkage, Jennifer. Thanks to all the new supporters, by the way, on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere in the world. Appreciate that. We're working on the perks. Be patient with us. Should be sending out Cat 5 emails soon about how to get the app. And then we're going to send out the merchandise discounts to Cat 3s and 5s. And it's just a very patient process. But appreciate what you do, supporting our page and everything we do here for sure. So, got my media card ready that Shelly had me made. We'll see if I need it. Might have BOGO storms coming this week, close to my hometown. It's a bitch driving to the Panhandle, though. That's like a 7-hour ride. So we'll see about that. All right. Have a great day. Seriously, enjoy your Saturday. You guys rock, and we will likely be on live later. So we'll see you then. Bye.